In this video, we're going to create a really cool 3D logo like my old school Batman logo here that I create in this video tutorial. In order to do this, we need to follow a certain procedure, and that procedure is that we need to download a PNG logo. That PNG stands for Portable Network Graphic. It's a style of image which makes the procedure very easy. If you try and go for a non-PNG image, it won't work as well. PNG logo I searched up on the internet by typing in Batman logo PNG just to make sure that I got what I wanted. So you need to do that. If you're, for example, searching up your favorite football team, you would put the football team name, logo and PNG in there, and you probably will get it. Keeping in mind with your logos that you need to keep them relatively simple. The school's logo up there in the top left hand corner of this screen would be fairly tricky, and in fact you'd need a fairly powerful computer to be able to cope with all the lines in that. So we need to keep it down to reasonably simple logos. Once we've got that PNG format, we need to convert it to an SVG format, which is a different style of format. It's not very colourful, in fact it's black and white, but it's a sketch format. And that sketch format can be done with an online converter, which I'll show you in this video. Once we convert that sketch to the SVG, we can then turn it into a sketch in Fusion 360, and it'll be ready to turn into a 3D object. So once you make it 3D by just pressing and pulling, you should get the right shape that you're looking for. Once you've got it all done and you're happy with it, you can save it as an STL format and put it in the appropriate Dropbox for me to mark, and I will be marking this. However, I need to be aware, or you need to be aware, that it's not likely that your job will be necessarily 3D printed. The standard of work I'm looking for a really good detail, but it needs to be right for 3D print. As I said, the logo up there would need to be very large in order for me to 3D print it, in which case I wouldn't be able to fit it on the 3D printer. Too much detail is too hard, so we won't be able to do that on our standard 3D printers. It needs to fit a 40 by 60 millimeter frame size. If we go above that, then we could have issues. And it needs to be no more than 10 millimeters thick. Only top quality work will be printed from this. I would suggest that maybe 1 or 2 people from each class will be lucky enough to have their work printed. If I do print them, I'll print out 2 copies, one for the student and one for me to keep as a work sample. So here I am on Google Images, and I've basically searched for Batman logo PNG. The PNG is important because that's the file format that we want to find our logo in. Once I've found the logo that I want, I need to check that it's in PNG format. So I click over here on View Image. I've already done that, and it will open up here. You'll see that the final one here is called .png. This is the one I want to save, so now I can go right click on it and go Save Image As, and save that to my desktop. I've saved it in a folder, and I'm going to change the funny name here to Logo, and I've already done this. There it is there, saved. So once I've got my image saved, I'm going to go to this website here, convertio.co/png svg. Remember the HTTPS as well. I'm going to actually click on from my computer, select the logo and press that, and it should pop up with convert. Once I've got that, I'll hit convert there. It'll upload and it will convert, and it will take a few seconds. Now that it's done that, it will basically click download. That will download straight to my downloads folder down here. And now I can go into Fusion 360. I'm going to construct a plate to put this on, so I'm going to use create. I'm going to create a block box. Just put it on the base plane and set it out so that it's actually 40, tab and tab again, and then 60, and then tab, and then press enter. And I'm going to make this actually come up only 3 millimeters. and click on OK. I'm now going to go to Insert and click on Insert SVG, and I'm going to click onto the top or face of my box that I put down. I'm going to then select on this little icon here to find my image, and there it is in Batman. There it is, and click on Open. You'll see it's way too big and it's also around the wrong way, so I'm going to drag it around until I'm happy with where it is. And I'm going to use this scale tool here to scale it down so it's small enough, and then grab that box there. It needs to go a bit smaller, and grab that box there, and that's where I'm going to put it. I'm going to click on OK to accept that, and then click on Stop Sketch to accept that as well, and you can see that I've got that there. I can zoom in on my trackpad by using 2 fingers and squeezing them out, and just using a 2-finger pan I can move it around like that. So basically all I need to do now is modify, and I'm going to basically choose the background first. You don't have to do the background first, you can do anything. So I've got the background selected. I'm also going to select these background parts of the letters here, because they are background as well, and the A, and I'm going to bring those up. I'm going to bring them up 3 millimeters, and it should change to join, and I'm going to click on OK. Now once you've done that, the sketch goes away, it's hidden, so I need to turn that sketch back on by pressing that little light bulb there. I'm going to go to the top view now and scroll out a bit so I can see the whole thing. I'm going to go to Modify, press Pan again, and click on all these letters. And I'm going to basically extrude those out, and the distance is going to be 6 millimeters this time round, and that'll take a while. Spinning wheel of death comes on, and then it goes away, and it should say join, and I'm going to click on OK. I'm going to go back to home now. So the home button, you can see there that I've got my Batman logo happening. I might also put some eyes in. I'll do that by creating another sketch and putting that sketch on here. And maybe I could round those corners off too. We know how to do that. That's in the Modify Fillet. So basically you could add extra details like that. If you wanted to, say for example, screw this onto something, you could put some holes to put some screws through. Or you could add some other features. For example, you might want to grab this and do the fillet, and you might want to fillet all of this around here. It's a lot to select, but basically the more you do, the harder it will be to fillet, so that's not going to happen. But you can fillet details and that sort of thing in order to make yours look a little bit more interesting.